actually have a plan right now.
Let's do it.
What is up, everybody? This is Mark Mike, and it's another Shell Shock Podcast by Wrestling Week. I am Mark Mike. I'm joined by Tenacious T.
You know, I am in the motherfucking building.
Today is a Shoot the Shit episode. These are some casts that we usually call the Shoot the Shit. Is when we just bullshit, and we're gonna go back to what we just reviewed and kind of give a little rundown
and overall perspective.
Yes.
And thoughts and everything. Like, we just went through a whole big ordeal. Everything that we just went through, like, that was childhood.
That was our childhood in a nutshell.
And it ended prematurely.
Yeah.
Back in the day for me, because I didn't continue.
Yeah.
And I had the opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
Through this.
Yeah. I might have stopped when they changed the theme song, and then that's where I left off. I remember the dude that turned into the Hulk kind of character and shit like that.
The
Carter?
yellow Hulk dude.
Carter. Yeah.
Carter.
I remember.
I already forgot his name.
Yeah, Carter. I remember him, but I don't remember going that deep into that. I remember watching them when they started releasing the seasons on DVD, but I don't remember a lot of it. I remember Lord Drake.
Yeah, Drek.
Yeah, and shit like that. So,
see, like, I don't know whether it's an actual memory or something that I watched down the lines of, like, a documentary, but I don't know if I remember actually hearing, like, the change between James Avery being Shredder and it not being, or did I see it in a documentary in, like, the early 2000s? You know what I mean? Like, I don't recall it too much.
I recall when James Avery was switched out, because I noticed the voices when I was a kid. I didn't know it was going to be that much. Like, I thought he talked him for most of the season, but there was seasons that he was fully casted on and that they switched his voice as well. So I didn't remember that much.
I mean, I recall, like, Power Rangers coming in and taking over. Yeah. I remember Rugrats and Doug, watching every little bit of that.
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of stopped me continuing the Turtles, because that was the now.
Yeah.
Where Turtles was like, you know, like, I grew into it and it kind of faded out to me. Like,
it was out for like 9 years since then. So the season stopped at 95, like late 94, 95.
Okay, so 93 Power Rangers came out.
87 to 95, 94. That's some of a time.
Yeah, I mean, then watching Saved by the Bell, like all the 90s, like the 90s.
I love Turtles. Like, I actually watched a lot of it, but again, I haven't, like, the later seasons I probably watched later on in the years when the DVDs came out and things like that.
I was definitely so hardcore engulfed in Power Rangers that I probably just forgot about everything. I watched the tapes a lot, though.
Yeah. So, we went through 10 seasons of the 87 Turtles. We loved season 1.
It was 5 episodes, bro.
Yeah, that's why we loved it.
But it was
more seasons
perfect.
should do just 5 episodes, and we'd be happy with you. Like, simple as that. Like, 5 episodes are great. It's a great round number. Anyway, but
up to about the 3rd season.
3rd season was good, but it started getting those, like, little retarded episodes.
I mean, bro, we had, how many episodes was in the 3rd season?
About 20 something.
I think it was like 30. Like,
it was
30s.
No, I think it was in the 30s, because season 4, season 5, I think were the biggest ones. They were like in the 50s.
Which was wild.
Yeah. The 30, those we had to do them in 2 parts.
And 4th and 5th were probably kind of like the worst ones of them.
They just threw shit together.
There was no real story arcs. There was no continuation.
And there was no Dante.
The recycling of episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how many times did Shredder, his mental went into somebody else?
That is true.
And then somebody else changed. Or how many times is there an alien attacking the city and people are shocked by it? Oh my god. How many fucking aliens attacked this damn city?
Yeah. And they didn't believe that there was the aliens that existed.
Oh my god. Yeah. Channel 6 News did the worst broadcast.
Oh, they did.
Vern, but that's Vern. That's Vern's problem. Always threatened to fire April.
Yeah. Well, it was not even his job. It was Vernon was just a reporter, just like her. It was the other dude that was
Vernon was the
Vernon
reporter.
was the the pink shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. Vern was the guy who ran.
Oh.
He ran.
Oh, his name was Vern.
Vernon was the guy who was the reporter.
Yeah. So I got
Vern was the
big boss.
the studio head.
Yeah.
That's basically what he was.
John Madden.
He did look like John
He
Madden.
looked like John Madden.
I never, once you said that, yes. R.I.P. to John Madden because he just passed away recently.
It's funny because I was watching. I think it was Turtle Power documentary that
on Netflix.
That Eastman said that he kind of based him on. I think John Madden.
Well, John Madden was at this time. He
got his first Sega game.
So now let me ask you a question. I mean, this is off topic, but what did John Madden really do besides win the first Super Bowl?
No, he was a really good
commentator.
coach.
I know he was a commentator. I know that they based video games off him. But in the game of football, what did he actually do besides win the first Super Bowl?
He was a legendary defensive back. He was coach of the year.
Because the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers won the first Super Bowl.
But he did it with the Bears. I think the Bears as well.
No, that's
Dickus.
Yeah.
But no. He has more than that. But then again, he also became a very popular commentator.
Yeah, which everybody knows him from.
And then the video games, because John Madden signed to deal with the video games to be.
I just like in through all my years.
Yeah.
I know who John Madden is from commentary.
Yeah.
And the video games. I don't know him from coaching at all. I don't know him from playing. You know what I mean? That's way before my time. But that's neither here or there. Yeah. But I can definitely see the similarities between them.
He looked like John Madden.
He actually even sounded like him a little bit.
Yeah.
More of an arrogant piece of shit. But
one thing I give a lot of credit to the 87 cartoon, like throughout the whole series, is the fact that they played around with a lot of like pop culture things.
Yeah.
And just like in general, like you they might not just say the direct name, but you kind of knew who they were kind of going for.
Listen, bro, they had FaceTime before FaceTime was FaceTime.
Yes, they did. The TurtleCon. Donatello invented FaceTime.
Which is one of my prized possessions.
Yeah. I'm
happy I went to Time Warp. Shouts out to Time Warp. And I got a immaculate.
Yeah.
Even it has literally the cards in it, so you can see April O'Neil, you see Shredder, you see like the Turtles.
Yeah.
Super dope.
Yeah.
But in the time like being a child watching this, it was fun. It's like you wanted to be a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Even when the movies came out, I felt like the movies had more of a stronghold on me, but the cartoon was always funner than the movies, from what I recall. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the movies put like a little serious note to it, has some fun to it.
Yeah.
But the cartoons was like child.
Yeah, they were very goofy. They were very funny. They were all about pizza. They were all about just having fun and things like that. Michelangelo became a crackhead for pizza after a while. Like, what about pizza? What about pizza? The fucking.
How are you affording this pizza?
They rob people.
I know.
I'm 100%.
That is the mark of the Mike's theory, and he will never let that shit down.
No, the Turtles rob people.
I mean, Splinter alone, man. You know how much sashimi is?
Yeah.
3 pieces of sashimi in a store right now is $14.99.
Yeah, they robbing people.
They have to.
They happen to beat the guy up and their wallet
falls out.
And
they send back their license.
Yeah.
But this is an asshole tax that we're charging you for.
Yeah, exactly. They give back the good stuff. They just take the cash. And at the time, everyone held.
Maybe they had some unspoken sponsorship. Maybe, you know what I mean.
And at the time, no one really had credit cards like that. They just had cash. So there's always cash in their pocket.
EBT wasn't around. It was food stamps.
Yeah. Well, how the Turtles?
122 and an 8.
How Turtles they don't have IDs.
See, what I loved is the amount of times that the Turtles have saved the city. So now they're in Manhattan.
Yeah.
The amount of times that they saved the city they still managed in every single season to have the people turn against them.
Especially the last seasons when Drag actually fucking had everyone against them.
Yeah, like it. But it's like how many times do you need to save the city for people that you don't need to hide in the sewers no more? They should have have penthouses over fucking Central Park.
But they're ninjas, so they couldn't accept their gifts because Splinter was an asshole and didn't accept.
Splinter had mental fucking issues. Okay, so backstory of Splinter, he was basically dishonorably charged.
Yeah.
Out of the Foot, so he was part of the Foot Clan.
Yeah.
Urukusaki framed him.
Yeah.
And so what does Splinter do? He goes to New York.
And lives in the sewer.
Well, he tries for a second, and then he decides consciously to go and live in the sewer.
And then he had a chance to come back to the reality of real life, and then he decided to live in the sewer again.
If that's not mental illness to its utmost fucking power, then I don't know what
At the time, in the 80s, people weren't accepting their
The sewers were probably worse then.
Yeah, it probably was.
But then again, if you look at who lived in the sewers, you shared it with the Rat King. So the sewers were...
Two demented dudes. One was a rat and one was the Rat King.
What? Holy shit. Thinking about that now? That's fucking crazy. That's crazy to think of.
The sake of
How is an actual mutated rat sharing a dwelling with the Rat King?
And not knowing each other.
And not knowing each other. Or knowing where they live.
Yeah. Knowing they exist.
How many times did the Rat King try?
He did.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they found it many times.
Yeah, he found them. And he actually took control of him the first episode. But it took him time.
Oh, man. The evolution of these episodes is crazy.
Again, this is a shoot the shit, so we're just going to go kind of freestyle into the series and things like that. So, one of my favorite characters, I bring him up all the time. He's probably brought up at least once every episode.
Since he aired.
And then, also, I want NECA to make him. I don't care how they make him. I just want them to make him. Is Donatelli.
So
those are like three of my favorite episodes too, because he's just a weird. He's just like he's just like the.
It's a real creep.
That and also is the fact that he reminds me so much of a Looney Tunes character, like the Looney Tunes gangsters and shit.
Well, yeah, it's classic Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Tickle your feet to Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So Donatelli's this mob boss, and he doesn't torture them like with pain. He tickles their feet.
Yeah.
With feathers.
Exactly.
That shit is weird and corny, but fun at the same time.
It's funny in the same time because it's in a child's. It is in a child's cartoon, and the fact that he did it to children and adults made it kind of creepy.
There was no boundaries with this.
No, there was no boundaries. He would take anyone's feet.
He probably tickled his own feet.
He probably did tickle his own feet.
He's like, I have to make sure that they never use my tactic against me.
But I need a Donatelli NECA figure.
So we've had what? How many seasons?
So we went to 10 seasons.
10 seasons.
He was mainly in the third season.
I would say about maybe 60% of the 10 seasons were actually like enjoyable.
Yeah.
60, 70.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a huge chunk
yeah.
where it's just like it just didn't make any sense.
We had appreciation for the last seasons. And a lot of people don't like those last seasons, but we actually had appreciation for those last seasons.
Besides the entrance videos,
which kind of grew on me.
No, it never did, because it didn't tie anything into the movies, and you saw the scenes from the movies.
It
makes no sense.
It looked like they were just trying to get as dark as the movie, so basically they kind of.
Hey, we're gonna capitalize off of the success of the first movie.
So what they did, so the seasons we were talking about was like 8, 9, and 10. So 8, 9, and 10, they called that the Red Sky theory, the Red Sky seasons.
We've been drinking a little bit.
Yeah, the Red Sky seasons. The reason why they call that is the fact that it's never daytime. It's always at night. It's always red sky and it's always dark and things like that. And this is mainly Lord Drag is the kind of the main villain. Shredder pops in and out, but he's barely there.
This is like the tail end of him.
Yeah, and then honestly, the last couple episodes he was a fucking badass.
Hey man, and check our actual cast on this, and we say this like the person who tried to emulate James Avery, because now think of the time, we're talking 93, 94. This is the start of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which
I think it's already on there.
James Avery is now known for being Uncle Phil forever.
Yeah.
Now he's a theater actor.
Yeah.
He's a voice person in animation.
Yeah.
But he will forever be known as Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
And I understand the change. Like, you want to focus more on the hottest television show ever. But the person who stepped in for him actually kind of gave him a darker edge.
So there was
there was like no bullshit with him.
Yeah.
You know?
But also in those last seasons, that he kind of had more. He wasn't as silly as he was. As in, if you go season 1 to 3, well, 2 to 7, he was a bit more sillier. He was a bit more
dumb.
He was dumb. He failed
so
a lot.
Dumb.
He talked a lot of shit. He was like that.
So dumb, bro.
But
and this is supposed to be the master.
Yeah.
The overall, like, bro, he's supposed to be the.
He's supposed to be a ninja master.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a ninja master, and he got his ass handed to him half the time.
But just the simple fact that you rely on dumb side people to do your bidding just shows how dumb you are.
That's but then again, if you actually go to like
now, Krang.
Yeah.
Krang is this interdimensional
being
brain, but he's not even a brain.
Yeah, he's a brain.
No, he's not. That's him.
Yeah, but
he's not a brain.
Shape of a brain.
Because then he has a brain inside of his brain.
Yeah,
right.
He does.
But he was the misfit of his dimension.
Yeah, he was.
He was casted out as the dummy.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of him and he left. Like, I'm gonna take over this. And then he chooses Shredder. Who Shredder chooses probably the greatest tag team duo.
The greatest tag team duo of all time. And then there were some rejects, but he chose the Rhinoceros and the Warhog. We saw the
evolution of them is hilarious.
So he lines up choosing Bebop and Rocksteady, which is, I'll say, by far our favorite characters in that whole series. Bebop and Rocksteady are standing the test of time. They are like the Poke and Skull. They are the two henchmen that had the most interesting stories for some reason. When they did Super Bebop and Hyper Rocksteady, when they did
all that.
Yeah. When they did, when they were the superheroes, when Bebop dressed as the mom and tried to to do things like that.
And they fooled the turtles.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's this helpless woman with her purse being stolen, and it's fucking Bebop.
And Michelangelo's like, oh, that was some ugly face on that lady.
I know it's supposed to accent kids, but kids in the 90s, we had a lot going on. We had a lot of shows, so like, I guess it was fun. But watching it as an adult, you're like, bro, come on.
Actually, but those are the ones that we appreciate the most of the series, so I can't really deny them because their stupidity made us laugh.
Oh yeah, no, they are by far the best transition through all the seasons.
Yeah. And
every episode that they were in, it was just stupid and funny at the same time,
exactly.
which made it enjoyable.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you want in an early 90s cartoon.
Yeah, and I give Shredder credit in as well too, because I felt Shredder was funny at times. Like,
we met Shredder's mother, we met Shredder's brother.
He talked so much shit too. Like, he talked so much shit. He talked so much shit to Krang. He talked so much shit to Trey, and he always lost. But he talked so much shit afterwards.
But why does Shredder always attack a place where the turtles are? So the turtles go to Florida.
Season 7.
Turtles go to Florida.
Yeah. So that's season 6.
This is where we get introduced to the frogs.
Yeah.
Napoleon.
And,
Napoleon
Genghis and all that stuff. Yeah.
So why would you attack an area that the turtles are in?
Yeah.
The turtles were on a European trip,
and they followed.
And you decided to go.
We're gonna fuck up the trip. They didn't care about the city. They care about fucking up the turtle strip. That's what they cared about.
One thing that I have to say that is completely different from the whole lore of the turtles, from what we know the turtles are, is that in this cartoon they were not brothers.
Yeah. So. Honestly, in the beginning of the toy line, and then also in the cartoons that we see, The Turtles were never considered brothers. In this series, they were not brothers. They were all from different pet shops, as in Toyline as well. They were all from different pet shops. They also did not consider themselves brothers. They considered themselves friends and best friends and things like that. Splinter was not their father. Splinter was their sensei. They only called him sensei, and they only seen him as a sensei. So he was the only one that trained them. As the later seasons go on, as in we review 03 and 012, that's when it goes more into the dad figure and things like that, which makes a lot more sense because he raised them. As in this one, it was just those are his students and they were his sensei, and that's pretty much what he did. There's that. There's the whole thing, the relationships with the turtles and everything like that.
Now, in the movies, I know they're presented as brothers, but the only way for them to actually be brothers is that if they were born from the same shells. The eggs of.
So in the movies, they never really went that deep into their origins or where they were at. They were brothers. Simple as that. They actually kept them as a family thing.
Like, we ain't related, but you're my brother.
Yeah, but they based the movie to have them as brothers. Any series after 87, well, after Next Mutation, they consider them brothers as well.
The Next Mutation.
Yeah, they consider them as brothers as well because 03 they were brothers. 2012 did it to a whole different level. As Splinter was their father. He said, I'm their father, kind of thing. And there's even episodes of him raising the turtles. And there's actually one episode that highlights to me in 2012 is this is when the turtles were all kids. And Splinter is trying to get food and to provide for them and shit like that. And you actually see him fucking robbing a store.
Doing by all means to provide for his family.
Exactly.
That's dope.
And you see the father figure.
See, I was there when the 2012 series started, and I DVR'd the whole season. So I'm living in a household with 2 girls and my boy JB.
Yeah.
Got a 4-bedroom house, chilling.
Yeah.
I only got up to the 10th episode, and then we needed space because everybody else wanted the DVR.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm excited to get to that when we do.
Yeah.
Because it was far superior than a lot of the shit that I remembered.
I will say that
afterwards, because I remember seeing some of the 2000 series.
2003, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing a little bit of it here and there.
Good.
It's on Nickelodeon for a little bit.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So that's where I tuned in and stuff like that.
So, us talking about the Turtle series, 2000 Turtle series became one of my favorites. It's one of the most storyetic. Yeah. It also plays with a lot of homage and our pretty much our nostalgic, because they do a lot of episodes based on movies. Like, there's a whole episode based on Big Trouble in Little China. The whole episode. The whole episode, pretty much Kurt Russell is Donatello, and his partner is
It's funny how Kurt Russell would be Donatello though.
But he was the lead.
I felt like Raphael would have been more.
It was Donatello and Casey, kind of the main characters of that episode. But it's also.
And then April is the.
So the ghost. They had the ghost and everything like that, and the ghost was voiced by the original actor that did the character in Big Trouble in Little China, which he played Shang Tsung.
Okay.
So he did the voice and everything. So pretty much the whole
Shang
episode.
Tsung in the Mortal Kombat movies. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So he pretty much became. He was pretty much like. There's a lot of like homage. Like they did Jason Voorhees' character. They had Freddy Krueger and the Crypt Keeper talk these nightmare beavers.
Which he is fucking famous. That man has done more voices than you can ever imagine. He is more, to me, known as Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, he was Roger Rabbit.
And Tales from the Crypt. And he was also in the Tales from the Crypt movie, the original one.
Yeah,
which I would love to dive into.
Demon Knights is fantastic. We did watch it for our comic book and video game, our comic book and superhero movies.
Yeah.
And that one actually made it to the top 20.
Demon Knight is amazing.
Demon Knight made it to the top 20.
Fucking Billy Zane.
Billy.
Oh my god.
We
bro.
have a new appreciation for Billy Zane.
The Billy Zane was always one of two things for me.
But then we saw the Phantom, and then it was like.
Yeah. That's neither here. The Phantom is not a good movie.
It was okay.
It's not. It's the Mask of Zorro doing fucking a bunch of other shit.
It was okay. It was not like dreadful.
But Billy Zane, to me, besides Tales from the Crypt, it was always Back to the Future because he was in the original. He was all three Back to the Futures. He was one of the side characters.
Yeah.
How the hell did he change his clothes so fast?
Yeah.
That and Titanic. Mm-hmm. He's the bad guy in Titanic, the rich guy. Da da da.
I thought he would have been.
But he shined his ass off in motherfucking Demon Knight.
He was great. Yeah.
Bordello of Blood,
that wasn't that good.
But Bordello of Blood had Corey Feldman in it.
Yeah.
Okay. But had show titties.
It was show titties. That's about it.
Show titties.
But yeah. So 012, we're gonna get to them eventually. I'm excited to actually.
I can't wait because we got a ways to go.
Yeah, we do. We got two series to go through.
Well, we're gonna breeze through them, and before we know it,
03 is 03
don't
has
bang
some
them up,
time.
bro. We're gonna get there.
03 has some time, but
we
03
just went
good.
through fucking 10 seasons of 87.
Yeah,
right?
but 03 is pretty good, especially the first four. First four, I guarantee there's some really deep shit.
Is there any type of similarities between like the comics with them? Like, do they
so
tie
it goes
the comics
more
in and stuff like that?
It goes in more
because
into
Turtles Forever is probably my favorite collection of Turtles, even though I'm not savvy in the newer ones.
So, Turtles Forever is based off of the 05 Turtles, 03 Turtles.
Okay.
So the animation and shit is from the 03 Turtles.
Okay. But because I know they tie it into the comics.
Yeah.
Which is fucking genius. It really was. It was such a good time.
Yeah. But, so, the 03 series goes kind of into the Mirage comics in a way. As in, it goes more into the movie's personalities.
Outside of the Archies and stuff. Because Archie had
it goes more into the Mirage.
Then IDW.
The Archie comics were weird. They were great, but they were weird.
Nowadays, they're starting to hike up the prices.
I have a lot of them.
You know, it was the one with the Shredder on the cover, right? And the Technodrome and fucking the Turtles Down. Like that comic is starting to rise in as like art now.
Yeah, because a lot of those covers are classic because of Eastman and Lear. Those are the
and I'm pretty sure there ain't really too much of them left in the world, man. Kids in the '90s didn't give a shit about comics.
So I have a ton of them. I personally have a ton of them. I used to like the movie adaptation to ones that have those. I have the original Archie run. I have the one that April turns into a turtle. Is the only issue that she turns into a turtle.
I highly recommend anybody out there right now listening. If you go to Target and you find that Channel 6 NECA figure, you buy that right the fuck now because it's already going for over $300 because they are no longer going to release those.
Oh yeah, the Channel 6. Yeah.
Grab that right now.
Yeah,
it's $150.
I was telling you to get it.
I know, and Jerry ended up getting it.
I didn't want to spend $150.
Of course, why would you? It's $150, bro. We got bills and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and I'm like, why do you want it? You don't even collect.
But now Jerry opened it up. Mm-hmm. Not like physically opened it up, but put the slide down.
Yeah.
And I did not realize that it was the four.
Yeah, the four.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was just April as the cat figure.
No, it's the only figure of Irma.
Oh, I love Irma. If I was a cartoon character, I would so take down Irma.
It's the only figure with Irma in it. That's the only reason why I kind of want it. But then I have a feeling they are gonna release Irma separate in that way. But yeah, that one's actually going crazy on sale.
But NECA, like how much can NECA do now with the cartoon, bro?
A lot.
They got the neutrons, whatever the hell they're
They still haven't done Donatelli.
I know. Do not end. Do not stop the line until Donatelli comes out.
Exactly.
You guys got to see this man's face right now. He just lit up. Like, exactly. You cannot stop.
You cannot stop. You know what's funny is the fact that
we already have Muckman and fucking. Now, was Muckman that big of a character in the show? He maybe was in 3 episodes.
More in the toy line though.
He was more in like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
The little kid The
I
Fifth
savaged.
Ranger.
You know what?
Probably was in it more than anybody else.
You want to know something's funny? I pre-ordered that and I hate it.
You hate it.
I hate it. I did not want it, and I wound up pre-ordering it. I passed on the neutrinos. I didn't really care for them.
But I don't think the consensus of people even like it either because it didn't come with the car.
Yeah, exactly. That was my thing. Like, you're not making the car.
But that's what the neutrinos are known for, is flying in that car.
Exactly. But from what I know from NECA, and I know we're going way off it, but again, this is a Shoot Shit episode, and I don't care. We're going to go wherever.
Fuck you.
This is the conversation.
You don't like it?
So with the neutrinos, what I would like to... So what I know that NECA's doing, as in I told you, I pre-ordered the Treadle Van. They are doing a sewer layer. They're doing a sewer layer diorama. So you can actually place them and shit like that. I probably won't do that, but it's cool. Like, if you have a nice place to put it, it'd be cool for background. And if you do figure photography, that will actually be cool as well. But that's going to be, like, mad expensive.
Well, if you look around your room right now, around your living room,
yeah.
Where the fuck would you even put it?
I don't even know where to put these at yet. So I'm in that dilemma. Like, where the hell am I gonna put these?
I'm just happy that the NECAs that I have.
Yeah.
I bought off the impulse of just seeing it.
Yeah.
And now I'm actually really happy that I have, because the only ones that I care about are Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Tokar and Razor, which you got.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. Everything else, I just really don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like, I have so much between collecting my comics, between collecting Power Ranger figures. Like, the Ninja Turtles are... I love them.
Yeah.
But they are not...
They're not that tier for you.
Yeah,
for me, they're that tier for me.
That and like your wrestling figures and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
And even
like,
the wrestling figures, I kind of push
the elite,
back.
bro. You're like the king of the elites.
Yeah.
Okay. You're king of.
But I also kind of calmed down with the wrestling figures as well.
I know. I still send you photos.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I'm good. I already have that one.
Yeah.
They already came out with 4 of those. Fucking.
I'm very selective with the people I'm getting now, because my thing with the wrestling figures is that I want to do one of each person.
Yeah.
If there's a better version of the person, then that one goes to my nephew.
So like, collecting the turtles, the best thing about it was because I didn't care. I got to open some up with my niece.
Yeah.
And actually got to play with them. Like we have Muckman.
Yeah.
We got fucking Mondo Gecko.
Yeah, they're dope.
They are so cool.
Yeah.
But that is actually my first real interaction physically playing with NECA toys.
Yeah.
Because everything else that I buy, I'm keeping sealed in a package.
Yeah.
It's the 40-year-old virgin, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All over again.
I want to open mine.
Yeah,
I really do.
I feel like at the end of the day, you're not gonna want to.
I'm gonna let it open though.
Once you get your own house.
Yeah.
Like
a big space too.
Like you got a basement or a fucking room. To do it in. I don't think you're gonna want to open them up. Because I feel like the display of the cases themselves. Yeah. Because if you look at the packaging, it's art in itself.
Yeah, it is.
You look at the Ninja Turtle Power Ranger Lightning collection. I wouldn't want to open that unless I had doubles.
Yeah.
Because it looks cool as fuck.
I wish I did doubles. I was like, damn, I should have did doubles.
So back to the series. What was the most memorable episodes to you?
I would say the first 5. Like, the first 5, I honestly tell you 100%.
The first 5 was the entrance video to the show. Yeah. You got to see all those all those things.
And then also, I'll say the ones that honestly will play a big heart thing is the ones that became the Burger King VHSs. Yeah, because those are the ones that I watched the most. And all that. And which are episodes from season 2 and season 3. One being the Great Baldini, which has Don Sully.
Of course.
But I think those will be the most memorable because I've probably seen those the most because of the VHSs and things like that. And then the first season because those are also had those VHSs, so I watched those many times over and over. From us reviewing, I will say season 8 and 9 were more memorable than I thought they would be.
It was the continuation of a story.
It was consistency of a story.
I agree with that. In an entirety of a season, they are superior than kind of like
it was the most storytelling.
3, 4, and 5.
Yes, it was the most storytelling we
Where
got.
1, 2, and 3 they were fun. They were just what we grew up on.
Because even season 2 had a consistent story. It was
here and there. There's like 3 or 4.
But it was the 3 diamonds they were trying to find throughout the whole series.
That controlled people's.
So it was throughout the whole series they were dealing with that. Even the side they will have like little. The little
8 and 9 was a series.
Yeah.
It was a show.
Yeah.
It was a story.
Yeah.
And they had a focal point, and it was good. It was done right. You know what I mean?
And
like,
it wasn't.
I agree with you.
And it also wasn't like Mikey being overly indulgent on pizza. It wasn't the overly brass characteristics that you were expected to do. And Scott Steiner is like, fuck these seasons. But anyway. But it wasn't the overly bearing of, I want a pizza. I need a pizza.
Ugh.
And him being a crackhead for pizza. And then also, it kind of brought out the characteristic for the other turtles as well. I still don't like Carter that much. I still don't have a big love for the character.
Neither do I.
And then
how many times he quit to go back to school? Why the fuck would you go back to school when you had all the power in the world? Bro?
He should have just gone back to school in the beginning. Like, just go back to school.
He was a yellow Goro. You know what I mean?
He was. I know, he became like a Samoan, like right. He changed.
Like for me, I think the best episodes are in the infancy of it. It's, Case of the Killer Pizzas. That will forever reign in my head.
As and also that was one
Super
of the VHSs.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
When they turned into the machines,
Yeah.
which the Neckline just came out with recently, and I have to get my hands on it.
I got it.
I might have to get 2 because I want to play with them.
Yeah. Fuck it, just play with them.
I don't know. There was the one with the train, and it was carrying the mutagen, and
that was,
a fucking bowl of boar. And they had, but that was part of this because the VHS tapes always had the focal episode with another episode.
That was the European tour.
No, that was earlier. It was a train. The trains collided together, and there was fucking cows eating, and then it turned into the big one. Like that's just what I remember.
Yeah.
But my favorite one, Casey Jones getting a job.
Casey Jones, that's like a meme for me. I love that meme.
He goes in, fucks shit up, and gets promoted.
Exactly.
Like, we need your initiative around here, boy. And anything with Casey Jones was fun. I wish they utilized him more later.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna be honest. It's really just a constant thing. Like the aliens that came, take pictures. They were tourists.
Yeah.
Always reminded me of the movie Explorers, which had River Phoenix in it and Ethan Hawke when they were children. Besides that, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, watching Slash's progression was sort of disappointing to me because Slash to me was more of Turtles in Time, the video game, where he was just a badass character to go up against.
And then he was also like a really devastating character in the comic books, and then they kind of made him a goofball in the show.
I liked when they made him really smart.
Yeah.
Because he was able to outthink the Turtles.
Yeah.
He was dumb. I never remembered him being dumb.
Yeah, me either. I remember him being like vicious or something like that. But then again, the toy line kind of gave us a whole different look on him.
You didn't need to watch those episodes to be like, yo, this is the fucking prehistoric turtle. He's a snapping turtle. You know what I mean?
And then he was evil looking. And then when you got to the cartoon version of him, he's like...
You know how many years it took me to realize that Tokar and Razor wasn't part of the original fucking series?
Until later?
Exactly. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And then I actually got to get there.
Something's really going on in the world right now.
That's sounding crazy right now. But yeah, Tokar Razor. And their episode was pretty good. That was the one with the bounty hunter and shit.
Yeah, that was the Tokar that I got you.
Yeah.
That was from that,
he's right there.
series. I'm still working on the Razor one. They have another one at Time Warp. They have another one at I knew you would love it.
He's right
I knew you would love it. I was going to buy it. I bought it for myself, and I was literally like, you know what? I think Raphael would appreciate it. It would look better up there.
Yeah, it's up there.
Than it would.
But yeah, the Tokyo Razor, I gotta get the NECA versions of it because I missed the when they.
But
went
we
on
already
TV.
got the real shit though.
But I want the cartoon.
The movie figures, bro. They're just
Oh, they're amazing.
fucking. I want to get another one to open.
Yeah, I did pre-order the other one, so I got a second set coming in because I pre-ordered with the movie, the 4-pack.
Yeah.
I pre-ordered with the movie 2 4-pack, so I got this. I got another one of those, and
They're so cool, bro.
so that one I'm gonna open, and
I love how you got shredders with the same arms going.
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
It's super dope.
that's my tribute to
My first turtle thing I ever got you was the
the
baby
babies.
turtles.
I have them. Yeah, I haven't put them up yet.
That was
I have them in my
That
closet.
was a birthday
Yeah,
present.
yeah, I have those. I love those as well.
I got those actually for a good price off of some random ass site.
Yeah.
It wasn't off of everything was marking them up so high. And I was like, what is so special about this? I wasn't
Yeah.
even savvy in the NECA world at this time.
Yeah.
You would just get, bro, I collected comics, I collected certain things. You're the one that fucking messed my whole head up with toys. I'm like, now I have more toys and I don't know what the fuck to do.
I don't know. You know what? I'm not taking the blame for that shit.
No, yes you are. I will blame you.
It's all
as much as you're obsessed with Donatelli, I'm obsessed with the fact that you fucked up my whole toy.
I blame Franklin.
I'm broke.
I am blaming.
Well, I'm not broke, but I am broke.
I am blaming Franklin.
Franklin? Oh yeah.
It's all
I
his
can't wait to
fault.
see him later because I'm gonna blame him later. I'm gonna
Yeah.
like, yo,
But
it's all your fault.
but then again, it also brought back your childhood, and you were able to experience it with your niece as well.
Hey, listen, man, doing all the cast that we do is reviving
Yeah.
childhood, and I didn't grow up the greatest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't have the fucking wonder years.
Yeah.
Growing up, you know what I mean? It wasn't Boy Meets World with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was me against the world, sort of, in
Yeah.
a way. You know, and by getting all the things that I couldn't get when I was a kid is making up for it
Yeah,
now.
that's the same way I am.
You know
with
what
my
I mean? Like
collecting.
it's important to me.
Yeah.
It replenishes a void that I was always jealous of
Yeah.
from everybody else.
So I will give 100% blame to my mom because my mom actually encouraged.
And listen, man, at
my
least you had
blame.
an advocate for that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
my
Like
mom
she,
would.
she forced a good addiction. You know what I
So
mean?
she used to grab the Turtle comics and Sonic comics when I was a kid, and those are the things I used to like and shit. And that's where it got me to drawing and shit as well. So I was off. I didn't
I mean,
like.
your name is Raphael, bro.
Yeah. Well, Raphael was my dad's name.
I understand that, but it just so
Yeah.
happens.
My mom hated Raphael,
I believe it
but she liked the
because
reason why.
you are her only Raphael.
That's the reason why
right?
she named me Jason, because she liked that better name. She hated Raphael.
What's your middle name? I
Huh?
will never call you Jason.
Yeah. Everyone calls me Jason.
Not me.
Yeah.
I actually think Raphael or Raphael, potato, potato,
Yeah.
whatever. I think it's smooth as shit.
Yeah, but like again, like my mom didn't care for the name because my dad's name,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she didn't.
I mean,
care for
I'm
the
named
name.
after my father
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And my father is named after his father,
Yeah.
but they have different middle names.
So, my dad, his
So I almost was the third,
yeah.
but I'm not because of the middle name.
So my dad's first name is not Raphael, as in he makes it Raphael, as in he changed his name to be his first name.
Legally.
But his
did it.
first name is not Raphael. It's his middle name that's Raphael.
Okay, he accented more with that.
Yeah.
Then he gave his own identity.
As in, I access to more with Jason.
Which is
because-
probably whatever reason why he did that is
Mhm.
the reason why he
Yeah,
did
exactly.
that. Probably a rebellion thing
Yeah.
against fucking his parents.
And the same thing with Jason. Like I went more with Jason because
He'll never
of
be
that.
Jason to me.
Yeah.
Ever.
Whatever.
Ever.
But anyway, but yeah. So 87, we go into every source of kind of things that we just randomly talked about, but 87 overall, it was okay. It wasn't. It was hard to get
toy
through.
grabs, bro. It was a lot
Yeah.
of. There was no world in my head
Yeah.
where the turtle should be flying around on the
Yeah.
blimp, and it says the turtles on the side of it.
And not be seen.
Exactly.
But it was a toy grab, and honestly, it came out during the time when
It came out at the perfect time.
the toys, when pretty much a cartoon was a toy commercial, and that's pretty much what it was.
I mean, what cartoons were really going on at the time? Care Bears. Fucking.
I love Care Bears.
Care Bears was totally out around
I just
that
got
time.
the I just got the babies Care Bears.
Care Bears is fucked up.
Yo,
They're fucked up, bro.
I got the babies Care Bears. I
Care
love
Bears
it.
was a fucked up show. I don't know if you remember it or not, but it was like the.
I remember the movie being really fucked up.
The everything about it is fucked up.
I remember the movie.
They're like, you know how like as time goes by, you hear more and more about like Sesame Street people fucked up. They're drug addicts, homosexuals. There's this. Is that Care Bears are the same fucking thing, bro? They are subliminal things that go on.
Yeah.
Same thing with like He-Man and Masters of the Universe has all innuendos to other things.
It is what it is.
Turtles was, I think, for the
some money
the
grab
mid
for pizza.
'80s born, the answer to it, because there was nothing but that. There was no subliminal shit to it. Like I don't see
pizza.
Yeah, I mean, besides product placement,
pizza was subliminal.
I mean,
they mentioned it.
If you watch Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze, the opening scene is nothing but pizza.
It was subliminal.
I guarantee you, pizza sales went through the fucking roof.
Pizza sales went through the roof when the first game came out, and that you had to get pizza to get life.
Well, those games are hard, and I can't wait for the fucking package coming out.
Yeah, me too.
Where we can stream that shit live.
You know what? Let's talk about that. So pretty much Konami and PlayStation. Well, Konami introduced that they're doing a Cowabunga collection of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games.
13 games.
13 games. So 13 games requiring. So you're gonna get 3 different tournament fighters, which is the Super Nintendo, Genesis, and NES.
Yeah.
Because they're all 3 different games. You're going to get the arcade version of Turtles in Time and the arcade version of the original Turtles. You're going to get Turtles 1, 2, 3, and for NES. So NES, Manhattan Projects, arcade game, and the original game. You're going to get the
Sega ones, the Super Nintendo, Turtles in Time.
Super Nintendo's Turtles in Time, Hyperstone Heights, Sega Genesis, and you're also going to get the 3 Game Boy games.
All of them, besides Turtles in Time and Hyperstone Heights, a lot of them are fucking impossible to do.
They're hard, yeah.
Manhattan, still to this day, I can't figure out how to even get through the first fucking thing.
I finished the game.
It's like you go through it and then you go up and then you're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you supposed to do? I don't know. I tried it. I used to go to, like, if you guys check out our Gamer Rage podcast, speak avidly of never having these growing up.
Yeah.
I had a Nintendo, but it was my stepfather's Nintendo. So I would play like Mario. That's like the stuff that we had. So like Mario 3, greatest game ever. History of games. I would go to other people's house and I would play like Contra, and I can't beat Contra without the code. But then I go to my cousin's house and then I would play Manhattan.
Yeah.
And it's fucking impossible.
It's a hard game.
Why did they develop games that were just, like, I feel like as kids they were easier, but now as an adult it's just impossible.
So the reason why they put the difficulty on games is the fact that you got to realize back in the day the games didn't come out as frequently.
Yeah, so you want to spend more time
you're spending
on it.
The money on it.
Repetition is the key.
And that's why when you're back in the day gamer or more advanced now is the fact that we had to deal with just one game, and we stood on that one game until we finished it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I don't remember Tournament too much. Explain.
So Tournament Fighter was pretty much their answer to like a Street Fighter or fighting game aesthetic. Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and NES all had different games. They all had different fighters, different games, and everything like that. Anyway, but yeah, it's going. So, the Super Nintendo one had like a lot of different characters. Sega Genesis kind of cheated it out. Anyway, The Sega Genesis one all had like clones and things like that. Super Nintendo one had a bunch of different fighters. So they had like Sharknado, they had Rat King as one of the bosses, things like that. NES was honestly I never played the NES one, so probably the Cowabunga version is gonna be the one I play.
I think that has the Ninja Turtles ever been brought into like a Mortal Kombat? They should.
Yeah.
They
were in Injustice.
Injustice? I don't know.
Injustice 2, they are in it.
I only played the story mode a little bit.
So Injustice, they are in
all 4 of them.
Yeah.
That's dope.
They're one character, but you could change their weapon to be all 4 of them.
Do the same movements as in like, you know how Turtles in Time, Donatello's my favorite shit.
Yeah.
The bow just has the reach and you can fucking toss.
So they all play differently. So Donatello having reach and attack, he has a robot that comes out and fucking shoots you. And he has the thing. Michelangelo's all crazy with the spinning and things like that. Leonardo again is a mix of both, and then Raphael is very defensive.
Yeah.
They all play differently.
Well, it's funny how Raphael's defensive.
Yeah.
He's a defensive ass turtle.
Yeah. So pretty much they're all in Injustice. But yeah, Tournament Fighter was pretty much a good fighting game. It's kind of broken, so I wonder if they're actually gonna do online play on it, because online play is gonna be kind of crazy on it. I don't know how they would do it.
Well, I can't wait for this bundle pack to come out, because we will definitely be streaming that shit live and doing commentary while we're doing it. We've already dominated a bunch of games together. You know what I mean? When I got you Hyperstone Heights for Christmas, ended up demolishing that game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Turtles in Time. Yeah, and I'm a firm believer, and I know you've done this and you've told me before, but to me, it's impossible to beat Turtles in Time by yourself. On a hard level, can't do it.
I have beaten it by myself.
I can't do it.
It's more because, again, you don't have the repetition of playing it over and over again.
I'm not good with catching patterns. I'm not.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You have to kind of remember.
I'm a good old-fashioned button pusher.
Yeah. So, and especially Turtles in Time, it's things that you have to kind of remember. Especially like in the first stage, you gotta remember when Crane comes out and tries to shoot you with the beams.
Yeah.
Where the beams are located.
Where to stand when the Rat King comes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in the sewer. Like
I
always stay at the bottom and just hack the shit out of it.
I remember a lot of it, and the thing is, when I go to these games, I remember a lot of these things. So basically, I'm pretty good with these games.
I think the furthest I went, like by myself, might have been Bebop and Rocksteady on the train.
The boat.
I thought they were on the train.
No.
Who was on the? Oh, the Gator was on the train.
The Gator was on the train.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leatherface.
Leatherface. Yeah.
Bebop and Rocksteady was on the boat.
So the boat, because you're facing two at the same time.
And an arcade will be Toko Razor,
which we will be playing later today.
Yes, we do. Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
That'll be the first game I'm playing.
Yeah.
Like we did last time.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's awesome. I'm excited for this Calvin collection. I think it's gonna be great, and I can't wait. I got 2 copies pre-ordered. I got a PS5 version and the Switch version pre-ordered.
Well, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I want one on the go and one.
I mean, there is a Switch Turtles game from the PlayStation one, right? I think there's a Turtles game on the Switch.
On the Switch, no.
Nothing.
No.
Hopefully, the emulator.
Yeah.
That you paid for.
Yeah.
And a part of your family bundle.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get those on there too, because that would be pretty. But
dope. Then again, I don't think they will re-release them
because of Konami.
Because Konami actually has the original NES.
That makes sense.
The fact that they have the original SNES version coming out on it, it's fine. Because you're getting 2 versions of Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
You're getting the arcade version and you're getting the Super Nintendo version.
Hey man, I'm just overall happy that we can still sit here and talk about the Ninja Turtles and it still be relevant today.
Yeah, I love them.
And Seth Rogen is about to
release the new one, which will be
and
next year.
And I feel like, because go and check our other casts.
Yeah.
The last Turtle movies were flops.
There were some things okay with
Sheamus playing. Yeah, I know you like the Sheamus.
I like the Sheamus. I thought he was great as Rocksteady.
I thought it was pretty good too.
I think that was our highlight, was Bebop and Rocksteady.
You know, Steve Amell as Casey Jones? No.
Nah, he was a cop too, and I didn't like that.
Somebody else should have played that.
Yeah, all I got was Arrow vibes.
Megan Fox as much as I was happy to see her.
Yeah.
Because, so everybody out there in podcast listening right now, we work at Grand Central Terminal. We work for Metro North
Don't follow
MTA.
us.
And they filmed Turtles 2 at Grand Central.
Yeah.
Go to my Instagram page of Tatsuko Up right now. Scroll down a couple years, and you will see Tommy Bootlegger. Me filming them filming the movie.
Yeah.
And I have this story, and I will forever, for the rest of my life, be proud of this moment. I'm filming this, and somebody yells at me, "Turn your fucking phone off." And I turn around, I'm like, "Fuck you, this is my house."
Yeah.
And somebody pushed me to the side, like, "Yo, bro, that was Michael Bay." I'm like, I cursed out Michael Bay. Fuck you. It was one of the biggest highlights ever.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, Michael Bay,
Yeah.
he's not a bad director, but his shit gets it gets
old.
too repetitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He highlighted in the Bad Boys era, stuff like that. Transformers, the beginning of Transformers.
Yeah.
After that, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. Yeah. Michael Bay wasn't even directing it; he was just a producer.
Yeah, he was a producer. Yeah.
So he was there buying people coffee.
Yeah.
I guess that's what producers do,
Producers pay for the movie.
right?
They help put the funding.
But he was sitting there, and I had no clue that it was him.
He probably has like the last say in the director's say.
He was there was track 23.
Yeah.
The entranceway to track 23. I was standing there.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah.
And Megan Fox was pretty sexy.
You know what's you know who was supposed to be originally April O'Neil, and I'm mad that they didn't get her. Elizabeth Olsen.
So this is way before
She
Marvel.
was originally supposed to
Because
cast.
she came in the Marvel universe at Age of Ultron.
Yes. So it was during that time for Age. I think she got cast
So
for
this
Age
is
of
the
Ultron.
same time, basically.
Yeah, she got casted for Age of Ultron, and she declined the Turtle movie.
I mean, rightfully so.
Rightfully so, but
Yeah, but I'd rather
I
her
would've-
as Scarlet Witch than...
I would have took her at both. I would have waited till she be done with Avengers and then did the Turtle movie. I think she would have been an amazing April O'Neil because she actually can.
Megan Fox is just a visual.
Yeah, Elizabeth Olsen can actually act.
And I felt like they didn't tap into Tyler Perry being Baxter because
No,
I feel like
yeah. I
I,
think
feel
they
like he
could've.
could have brought it a
I
different.
think they could have did more with him.
Yeah, but it was very
Yeah,
not Baxter.
but it also looked like they were trying to like tease a 3 and things
so
like
like
that too.
in the cartoon of what we
Yeah.
are basically overall talking about, Baxter Stockman has very many different
Yeah.
renditions
Yeah.
in the sequence of his time. The infancy of Baxter is always better than the future because there was alternate versions
Yeah,
of
yeah.
him. You know what I mean? And Tyler Perry, he has a lot of range. He's a very artistic person.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have killed it if they would have brought it to that level. He never mutated to Baxter, to the Fly. He was just a smart guy
Yeah,
who brought Dimension X to us. That's all he did.
yeah,
That's all he did. I was just showing the other day to, I forget who it was at work, because they didn't believe me that I was stalking Megan Fox when they were filming.
yeah,
And I showed them all the videos that I filmed.
yeah.
And then I played the scenes of the movie on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, you see that?
Yeah.
I filmed that. I
Yeah.
filmed this. I filmed this. I filmed that. It's like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good time, man. That's what I love about our job.
Yeah.
We have opportunities
Yeah.
to see people that we don't normally do.
Yeah, I met Keanu Reeves when they were filming.
Bro, you were there when fucking Chris Evans
Yeah.
was there filming that when he's the trumpet player.
Yeah.
You were in the background
Yeah.
of it, walking away. I think you were texting me like, "Yo,
Yeah,
bro,
probably.
Chris Evans is here." You see Keto dusting stuff.
Yeah.
Keto, if I was him, I would sue the shit out of that movie.
Yeah.
Give me my money.
Yeah.
I met a lot of people. I met Rebel Wilson there. My favorite person ever that I met at Grand Central though was Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah.
They were doing Pinky Blinders, whatever that
Pinky
was called.
Blinders, yeah.
He was walking around filming, like he was just taking pictures
Mm-hmm.
and shit. And I'm really good friends with Meredith.
Yeah.
Meredith is the girl who is the orchestrator of all of. You know what? Thinking about it now, Giovanni Ribisi would have been a good Baxter.
Yeah.
He sort of got that
I think honestly,
nerdish look.
I think Tyler Perry was fine. Like if
I
you
think so too.
Because if you go back to the '87 Baxter, he looks 100% like the '87 Baxter.
Just a white version.
No, the original Baxter.
No, he was tan. Yeah, he was tan, but he wasn't black.
The original Baxter was black guy.
In the cartoon?
In the comic.
On the comic, yeah. I don't know.
No, in the cartoon he was white.
Nah, he was a white guy.
In the comic he was black.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. So and then in 03 he was a black guy as well. Like they made him and actually in 2012 as well.
Think about it now. It was more a majority of all black guys
in
playing.
2012. But the 2012 series was fucked up because every time he failed Shredder would cut a limb.
We have a video calling right now. Coming in.
I hung up on him.
You hung up on him.
Because I'm recording.
Yo.
We're recording right now.
Jerry, we recording Ahhh SHell Shock Turtlecast. What's up, baby?
What the fuck are you doing over there?
We're doing a Ninja Turtle podcast right now, bro. What's up? Say what's up to everybody.
What you got?
He's got Anthrax and Scumbag.
I have.
He's got him. What's with the other one, bro? You live right now? We casting right now.
Yeah.
What's up?
That's good.
That's good.
Does he need it?
Nah, he has it.
I have him.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Nah, because I seen online they're going for like $90.
Yeah, he got all that. It's our first phone in, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Huh?
I said you're the first phone in. We're live podcasting right now, asshole.
That's all. Alright, so what are we talking about?
We're just shooting the shit of Ninja Turtles right now.
We're doing the 87 series.
87 series.
That's right up my alley. So
I know. You tuned in perfectly. Bitch ass motherfucker.
Alright, do your thing, man.
Alright, yo.
Peace.
Peace out.
Yes. Yeah, Scumbag and Dirtbag I have. I pre-ordered those
Shouts out. Yo, that was... If you listen to all of our podcasts, we usually shout out Mind of an Artist and Drugs and Demons. That's him right there.
That's him. Jerry. He just called
I had to open that shit up. I had to.
So here we go.
It was the opportunity to have a phone call in.
So
We never had that before.
I guess we'd leave this here.
Jerry just ruined it.
Yeah, Jerry just ruined it.
You ruined it all. So when you listen to this podcast back, Jerry, you done fucked
all
it
your
up.
fault. Anyway, I just got the Super 7 Bebop bin, and even Tommy got excited for it. And
Bro, it's amazing. It's so
a beautiful
dope.
figure.
It's better than the Rocksteady one.
Yeah.
That's more detailed. Rocksteady's just turned to the side.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not really too much to Rocksteady.
Yeah, Rocksteady was great.
Bebop is the animated.
Yeah. So I'm actually excited to see how they came out, and like the Super 7 boxes are fucking sick. I don't want to open them, but I do want to open them, and that's the
Get
thing.
doubles. Bro.
That's my big
Get
thing.
doubles and open.
I don't want to because that's another 100. Like that, to get these again now. Well, some of them I could get doubles of. Like some of them I can't because they don't sell them anymore. Like Raphael's not being sold anymore. But
well, we can get them.
yeah.
We just got 100.
I caught these on as the 4. Like they were selling the 4 as one deal.
Yeah.
So I got
So
those.
you caught that
7,
at
yeah.
the perfect time.
Um,
Now it's probably.
NECA just did the Turtle
Oh man, the Monster Turtles coming out.
Van. The Turtle Van.
The Monster Turtles coming out.
The
Fuck
Monster
Turtle Van.
I am
The Turtle
excited
Van, bro.
for
There's
the
been
Turtle
so many renditions of the Turtle Van.
The
I'm
Turtle-
not impressed by it.
I'm digging it because it is the cartoon version of the Turtle Van. So I'm excited to see what it goes.
So the new Turtle line that's coming out with the Monster
Yeah.
series is as cool as the wrestling Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. They
Where
cool.
Sting is
Yeah, they
what's
up
his
there.
face?
Raphael.
Where Undertaker is
Donatello.
exactly.
Macho
you know what
Man
I mean?
is Michelangelo, Leonardo Senna.
The
There's two
Monster
versions.
series where Leonardo is Igor,
Yeah. So
Michelangelo is the Mummy,
the Mummy.
Donatello is Frankenstein.
We don't know yet. Raphael is Frankenstein.
Raphael's Frankenstein. We don't know who Raphael. He
We don't
probably
know
Wolfman
Donatello.
or something like
We don't
that.
know what Donatello is yet.
Or Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Who knows? But so in the original '87, the original toy line, there was the Monsters Universe crossover with Turtles. The first series had Leonardo as Wolfman, Donatello as Dracula, Raphael as
Yeah, the original ones. Yeah.
Raphael was the Mummy. No, yeah, and Michelangelo was Frankenstein. And then they did a series 2, which April O'Neil was Bride of Frankenstein. Michelangelo was the Invisible Man.
Irma should have been Bride of Frankenstein.
Raphael was an alien. He had like the big brain, like Mars attacks.
So like or like Alien.
Yeah, more Mars attacks. They had the big brain.
Okay.
And then Leonardo was the creature of the Black Lagoon.
Okay.
So they did those in the original series. This one, I don't know what Donatello's gonna be, because I didn't expect Leonardo to be Igor.
Which took me for.
Yeah.
I thought that Michelangelo would have been Igor, because Igor is
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
he's a little out there.
And then Michelangelo being the Mummy, which he looks pretty dope. And
But now Igor, the problem is with
Yeah.
that, Igor is the helper of Dr. Frankenstein,
Yeah.
who created Frankenstein
So
himself. So
what I think is, so what I was telling, shout out to Jerry, is I have a feeling it's going to be a theme. I have a feeling that Donatello is Frankenstein,
Yeah.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Dr. Frankenstein?
With the fucking doctor goggles and everything.
Yeah, which would make sense. The creator.
I have a feeling that that's what Donatello's
Or
going to be.
a vampire, Dr. Dracula.
So
It would work as Dracula.
So on the box, there's silhouettes of 3 more characters.
Oh, so you can see the shadows of them.
One has kind of like a goggles and a little thing on his head, which I think Donatello is going to be Dr. Frankenstein.
Okay.
I think Shredder or Splinter are going to be like Van Helsing or like a
Splinter should be Van Helsing.
And then I think
Splinter would be perfect
and
as
then
Van Helsing.
April 100% is going to be Bride of Frankenstein.
Okay.
You 100% can tell she would be Bride of Frankenstein.
The other one that I'm really excited for is The Last Ronin's coming out.
The last Ronins are dope.
So I don't know if any of you guys are savvy in the current Turtle comic book short miniseries of comics. It's fucking phenomenal.
Yes, it is.
I've been collecting the variant covers
Yeah.
of all these. The 5th one and final one is dropping this month.
Yeah.
It should have dropped by now. Actually, no, the 21st.
Yeah.
21st it drops. It's amazing. It's the death of the Ninja Turtles. We've never
Yeah.
seen this before. They're
It's
coming out with the
amazing,
Ronin.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so
So
cool.
we have 2 Ronins. We have one without the suit and then one with the suit. I pre-ordered 2 for both of us.
Appreciate that.
Because that pretty much when I saw it, I thought of you and I was like, yeah.
Bro, because you're the one.
100%.
We've been
Yeah, yeah.
advocates for this since
Yeah.
it fucking happened.
And then the fact that like again, I share everything with this.
This can't get away from
So
me,
like
man.
comicology, my Marvel comicology, we share each other's things. So basically, I share it with him because honestly,
Every subscription that we
Yeah.
have, we share with each
yeah,
other.
it's just the fact that again, if I want to read something, I want someone to talk about it, so I put it to you to read.
It's
it
me and
we can talk
Ardell.
about it. Yeah. So exactly, the last Ronin has been fantastic, and the artwork is
Amazing.
amazing and things like that.
The variant, bro, I just caught that 9.8, 1 out of 500
Yeah, you said
variant
the-
cover,
the-
bro. Amazing. That's amazing.
The
So
variant
good.
covers are amazing. I have most of the Eastman covers.
Yeah,
Those are the ones I
You
mainly-
caught me the
yeah.
number 1 Eastman.
Yeah.
That was the one that you bought
Yeah, yeah.
me, and then you got me the other covers.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm working on. Bro, there's like 20 different covers.
Well,
for
if
every
anything,
fucking one, you know.
before we meet everyone, I'll bring you to Fit a Bit and Planet, and we can see if we have anything.
Yeah, well, we got to do that in a little bit.
Exactly. So,
gonna spend some
but
money, man.
yes,
It's gonna
Last
suck.
Ronin is an amazing comic. We will definitely have a full review when the series is over, and we will actually talk about it. But yeah, definitely check it out. Comicology has it.
Amazing.
They're like $6.99 or $8.99 each issue. They're worth it.
Worth every second.
Art's
of it.
amazing. Their storyline is really good, and
Dramatic, yo, literally. Second issue, number 2.
I think
I've never been so emotional over a comic.
Yo,
book
I
in
had
my
to
life.
stop. I had to stop reading.
Never been so emotional before in my
So
life.
I got to a point, especially when he got stabbed. When she caught him, I was like,
oh my god, bro! And you saw it happen. It's like, oh my god.
I had to like sit back. I was like,
bro, I'm sitting there at work. You're power washing. I'm reading as I'm driving a power wash, and you came up and you're like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Bro, it just happened. It just." I was like, "Oh my god!" I was so distraught.
I had to stop. And I was like, "Fuck." And like
how the first one to go.
And then comics don't. Like, it's hard for me to get emotional into comics, especially
because you've read so much.
Unless it's a really good story that really gets me emotional into it. But this one, I have a big thing with the trailers. The trailers were my life, my childhood, and shit like that.
Me too, man.
So seeing that, especially Raph is my dude. So seeing that, I was like, fuck.
How is the first one? They showed
that made sense
because the strongest one, the most emotional one, and. Check our all of our cast.
Yeah.
Every single series and every single movie has a focal point on Raphael coming to his own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because
he is everybody else is established in their realm where Raphael is just in between everybody.
Yeah.
So to see him go first is a very strategic move in the death of the turtles because you want to get rid of the one that will do away with everybody.
Yeah.
With no hesitation.
Especially with a reason.
Yeah, exactly. Like it makes so much sense for him to go first.
So I remember us this is
and we were gonna wrap this up, and we just
this is the last bit I will admit, and this is something we actually said on this podcast 100%. When we start talking before the Ronin hit stores, I said clearly. You had hesitation with me, but then when I tell you my explanation...
Well, you know me, I'm biased because I love Donatello. Yeah. Donatello's my guy. And I thought that he would have lasted longer. Yeah. But in all reality, the right choice was made.
Yeah. So
because honestly, Michelangelo...
It made the most sense.
He is, out of all of them, in no offense to him, he's the weakest one.
But...
He's the weakest one out of all four of them.
As much as he would be considered the weakest one, I think he's also the one that will be in more influence.
Yeah, he would take the attributes of everybody else.
And that's one thing that's one thing that made the most sense for Michelangelo being the last Ronin, is the fact that I know for a fact Mikey took something from everybody. He took the aggressiveness from Raphael. He took the smarts from Donatello. He took the leadership from Leonardo. And he learned how to combine the three.
He knocked away that kid shit.
Yeah.
And the fact, I don't give a fuck if you guys ain't read this. This is your own fault.
It's been out for like a year.
It's been around for a while.
Yeah.
We're looking at an older version of him where he is mentally not competent, where he is talking and interacting with his dead brothers.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. And what pisses me off the most, you ready for this? Is that my favorite turtle, Donatello, got killed because of the emotions of Splinter.
Yeah.
Splinter is the reason why Donatello is dead.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't hold his shit in.
Yeah.
And he was the advocator for all that fucking bullshit.
Yep.
You killed my favorite fucking character.
Goddamn Splinter.
It pisses me off, bro. It enrages. I'm really emotional right now because it enrages me of how this advocator for patience, for being a ninja, for being this, came out of his pocket one time, and got him and Donatello killed.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
Yeah,
it's fucked up.
Yeah, this series puts you in a emotional roller coaster, and
I can't wait for us to do a whole cast of this shit.
It is an amazing series. I recommend everyone do it. Comixology has the old issues. If you can find most likely when the last issue came out, that will be a trade paperback afterwards as well. So definitely check those out. As now, we're gonna wrap this up because we went on for an hour of ranting and bullshitting.
It's a shoot the shit.
I hope you enjoy it because we just talked about your random shit
and drank beers
and
while we did it.
Broken Skull while we did it. And watch the terrible Power Rangers while we were doing this whole thing.
And this does not count for you watching it either, okay?
That
just because you glance
like
at the TV as we talk,
that dude
does
looks
not
like
mean
Goldar.
that you watched it. I'm pretty sure he's voiced by him too.
Probably, yeah. Anyway. Alright, we're gonna wrap this up. I am Mark the Mike. We're gonna wrap this up and follow everything we do. So Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. All Mark the Mic. Follow Red Cyclone Inc. on YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, WordPress, and SoundCloud. All Red Cyclone Inc. Also follow Red Cyclone Inc. on the easiest way to listen to our podcast, the Spotify on Red Cyclone Inc. Give us 5-star ratings, or we'll find you.
We will beat you up.
And we'll find you, and
we'll shake the change out of your pockets so we can eat pizza.
We'll beat you up and rob you, kind of like the intros do.
And cast about it.
Or what we'll do is pretty much like what Jay and Silent Bob did, and then the movie of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
$15, little man.
No, not
Put
that part.
That shit in my hand.
The ending of the movie.
If that money doesn't show, then you owe me.
The ending of the movie.
That's Jungle Love.
When they found out all the names.
I hear Jay and Silent Bob, and I hear that.
When they found out all the names of the people talking shit about them, and they started visiting their house and whooping their ass.
Is this so and so and so and so?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, 5-star ratings, or we'll find you. And follow Tenacious T.
Yes, you can follow me at Tenacious TRC Inc. on Twitter. You can also follow me on my own personal Instagram page, tots_guwap. Coming out soon is my own personal podcast with my boy Saracha, named the Popcorny Podcast, where we discuss everything and anything pop culture wise. It really doesn't matter what it is. There is no ceiling. We just do what we do. Everything will be broadcasted on a majority of the major platforms of YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, all that. Always a shouts out to Game On, retro video game store based out on Long Island, and 3 separate locations, Miller Place, Smithtown, and Patchogue, satisfying all your retro video game needs. Recently, just opened up the Game On Arcade in Lake Grove at Smith Haven Mall. So if you're on Long Island and you're in Lake Grove, go to Smith Haven Mall and fucking rock out.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
Such a good time. Get a stamp. Mention us. You probably won't get any discount, but mention us just for the fuck of it.
Yes.
Check us out.
And
Yeah.
we shout out Jerry already. You got enough
Jerry.
time.
Jerry was.
You got enough airtime.
He was a phone call in.
All right, peace out, laters, and always remember,
Fuck
Zordon and Splinter right now because you're mad at him for killing Donatello.
The man made no money and ate sashimi
and killed Donatello.
Yeah.